Hello and welcome. This is the Box Seat on PRTV. Marty Young with you. Matt Nowlan joins me. Hi, Matt.
Hello, Marty. Hello to everyone out there in PR.com lounge. What was that, mate?
I said good to have you on board.
Yes, it's good to be here, mate. I think it's going to be a good, interesting show today. And it's TJ Smith Day out there at Ascot on Saturday. A quality lineup. We get to see Morant once again, and a good support card too. There looks to be a few winners on the program, Marty.
Certainly. And what sort of conditions are we likely to be fronted with out there at Ascot on Saturday, Matt?
Well, there is a chance of a few thunderstorms, the top of around 27 degrees. The track going will be a good 3, rails in the 3 metre position, and the penetrometer is 6.2 at this early stage. But like always, Marty, we'll have a full report on Saturday morning on perthracing.com. That's if, you know.
And you'll be on Sky Channel as well. We can always catch you on Sky Channel on the preview, normally about 9 o'clock.
Yeah, around then, yep.
Family tune in every Saturday morning.
Well, riveting, it's recorded.
Riveting TV.
It is.
Race number 1 is the West Speed 2-year-old plate.
You're really not a fan of this tips tally, are you? You had to bring it in.
Tips tally.
You had to bring it in yourself and you just refused.
I like the tip. I'm happy with the way I'm going. Let's have a look at it. Flash it up.
Well, last week...
Get up, Heathy. Come on.
I got you again.
Yeah, that's all right. How'd your bet suggestion go?
No, that's later in the program, mate.
All right.
All right? So, I'm 30 from 79, 38%. Yes. Joshy had a bad week. Don't know what happened. He was in Melbourne and I think
he wasn't focused.
No, 6 from 20, he's 30%. You're 24 from 72, 33.3%.
Just on the average.
You're going good?
Average.
Yeah.
1 in 3.
This is your week, I can tell.
Well,
you've done a lot of form.
Yep. Rails out 3 metres, as we said. First event, the West Speed 2-year-old plate, 1,200 metres. Time to go, 12:35. 13 runners at this stage going to post. And let's have a look at some replays. First off, Margaret Street. This was back on Railway Stakes Day, Matt. And Margaret Street was back in the field. The Iterum filly launches with a big sweeping run and could not have been more impressive.
O'Hires leads the way in the home straight now. Brown fields for the whip on Amelia's Glory. Down the outside comes Nadim's Ruler. Nadim's Ruler now Margaret Street charging at them right down the outside. She's coming from the tail of the field with a wet sail. Margaret Street storms up, grabs the lead. That's a mighty debut.
A very good debut performance there by Margaret Street. She defeated Nadim's Ruler, who was placed in the Magic Millions. The time wasn't great. It was only a field of 6. They didn't go all that quickly. 1:12.50 for the 1,200 metres. She hasn't been to the trials. I think that's a good indication she's going well. Brett Pope, the trainer, Troy Turner aboard. And I think she's going to be hard to beat.
Yeah, right. Well, we'll talk about it in full after we have a look at this replay. It's Celebration Girl running second at Ascot behind the impressive Rio Sand on the 3rd of March. She's an on-pace runner, drawn 2. I think she'll be on the pace most of the race.
Again, though, Rio Sand is beginning to run on right down the extreme outside. Celebration Girl, the leader, a length the break. Here comes the favourite, Rio Sand. It's got them covered. Rio Sand hits the front, draws away, and an impressive debut.
Another good performance there by Celebration Girl. She was run down by Rio Sand, and look, in all 3 of her race starts, she's run into a smart type. On debut, she ran into Time to Climb, where she was beaten 8 lengths. First up this campaign, she was beaten 3.5 behind No Name City, and last start she was beaten 2 lengths behind Rio Sand. I think this is the easiest race she's certainly contested. Up to the 1,200 metres, I give her some sort of hope.
Okay, yeah, definitely. The Rio Sand race, they didn't run great time that day either, but the sectional time was very good of the winner, and she'll put herself in the race. Good luck to Irene and Johnny Lugg, and of course, big Kevin Willoughby. Play basketball with the big fellow, and
how do you go?
Yeah,
you?
Yeah, no, we went all right. Yeah. Won a flag. Ganochi, you've just left this out. No replay. This third to Halo.
I thought
impressive.
Yeah, I thought. I mean, that's these 2-year-olds are always hard.
Can't have them all.
Can't have them all. I certainly think Ganochi or Ganoki, whatever it's called, has got a big chance. Jared Nosky claiming the 1.5. I think it's a pretty good race though.
One from the trials, Come Sit Beside Me, Blinkers Go On, was pretty impressive, that trial, if I remember correctly.
Won by 7 3/4 lengths. The time was pretty good in comparison to the day. Barrier 12's a concern, but certainly if she can bring a trial form to the races, she'll be somewhere thereabouts.
Okay, and the Pupster, Blinkers Go On here, Steve Wolf, winkers off.
Yeah, he was going to explode, I thought, last start. He sort of worked up to him, and I thought he was going to win the race, but he didn't let down that well. Maybe he'd be better over 14, sort of an increased journey, but the blinkers do go on.
All right, I'm really interested to find your tips out in this race, Matt.
Well, I'm going to go 1 Margaret Street. I was quite taken by her win, despite the fact the time was only ordinary. I think she's got a bit of class on her side. The no trial is a plus for me, and I'm going race 1, number 1,
I
Margaret
remember
Street.
she'd trialled really well before that
Yep.
win. I think I actually tipped her that day, and I don't want to jump off, but I'm going with 3, Ganocci. I liked its trial, and I did like its run behind O'Halo. Nothing wrong with that form. I see Anita Vale Stud, the Right Honourable Mr Anderson, who owned La Plunge.
Yes.
Is behind the ownership of Ganocci. Maybe they're in form. Very happy to tip number 3, race 1.
Okay. By Stratum, and
flying.
First season top stallion, I think.
Yeah, flying along.
Beautiful.
Stratums.
Good.
Race 2, and we'll look at the replay here of a filly absolutely flying. Guess what? She's by Oratorio. I'm talking about Sun Silken. This was at the midweeks. Just sits off the pace, and took a little bit of time to hit top pace, but when she does, she puts them to the sword. Very good win.
Over on the fence, Packer Smile, Sun Silken, Funny Man have come away to fight it out. Sun Silken doing a bit the better. Gains the upper hand over Funny Man. Calais Shell on the scene late, but Sun Silken draws away, and Sun Silken wins it.
Very impressive performance there by Sun Silken. Did only defeat Funny Man, who has shown some ability. She's won 4 from 8. She's drawn barrier 4 with a claim for Ben Kennedy, Marty. You're the speed map man. She's going to get a perfect run, I'd imagine.
Straight behind Classic Smile, run of the race leaders back. It wasn't a hard speed map to work this one out, and she's got to be awfully hard to beat.
Yeah.
Claim for Kennedy brings her right in. A horse that I know you had plenty on when it won first up, Sacred Crown, not first up, second up. And this was behind, had Avanti behind it. Got the well perfect run, didn't it, Matt?
And strike when they sweep into the home
straight.
straight.
To wear them down,
Off their back, got into the clear. On the outside, Avanti and Fleming Sons coming right down the outside with a great turn of foot as well. And Ramita's back on the rail. Sacred Crown, Avanti, Fleming Son. It's Sacred Crown, Avanti from Fleming Son, the outside. They went to the line, and Sacred...
Strong performance there by Sacred Crown. Fleming Son and Avanti were challenging late, but he was able to hold them off and score a good victory. That was his first career win at start number 3. His run prior was 3rd behind Sir Halliwell and Morant, so the form's certainly there. Barrier 8, though, could be a little concern for him, where he's going to get in the run. The other day, he jumped from 2, box-seated, was able to push off, approaching the swing for home. So just a little unsure where Sacred Crown's going to get, but I certainly think he's got ability on his side. Also out of that race, Marty, Graham Platts blundered the start, forget he went round. And Bad Funk Stripe wasn't all that bad. Was up on the speed, battled away to finish in 4th place.
Yeah, I'm not sure where they get with him, because they go 4. They could get posted 3 wide,
Just
unless
Sacred
he's got
Crown?
unless he's got the pace to cover him. Can he cover Classic Smile and Reg Street, who you think he'd fire forward?
Well, if they wanted to, I suppose they could, but it just depends how much they want to use him up.
Because if they don't, then I think they end up back towards the rear of the field.
Yeah,
from
it's going to be hard to run down the other horses.
Okay, for that reason, I'm going 1 Sun Silken. Bit of a query at the distance, Matt. 1 go at 1200, unplaced.
Yeah, that was behind For Your Eyes Only in a much stronger race. I think the way she's racing now, she's had the 8 starts, she relaxes a bit. I don't think that's a concern, and as you said, she's going to get the perfect run.
She'll do me. Race 2, number 1, Sun Silken, with a bit of confidence.
I'm sticking with number 3, Sacred Crown. Like yourself, concerned about the barrier, but I just think he's got a bit of class on his side, this fellow. And for me, race 2, number 3, Sacred Crown.